when did you start taking, I know you said when you got suspended from school, that's when you learned, yo, I can actually write. I got a gift for this. But when did you take rapping serious?
2007 or 8, around that time. When I first went
Okay.
to the studio for the first time, around that time, that's when I just kept going all the time.
You go to the studio, the world kind of got to know you through Team Eastside.
No, I was not way before that.
Word?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's Team Eastside was late, bro. I was already fully outside when that shit came out. You got to listen to the music, and that was me telling y'all what was going on before the cameras came out.
Got you. Okay, so but how did Team Eastside? Because I just want to move this story a little forward. How did Team Eastside even come to be?
We all grew up together, bro, as kids, bro. Everybody just rapped individually. God bring us together. I don't know how it happened because we ain't all grew up on the same street. Only me and Snoop did. Only me and my best friend Snoop did. We grew up on the same street. You feel me? The rest of us, God bring us together. Young as kids.
Got you. So was it instant chemistry between y'all? And did y'all really even set out like, yo, you know what? We all doing our thing individually. We friends and all. Like, let's come together and make this group.
Yeah. It just was natural once because we all make music together, it was just natural. Twitter kind of made us Team Eastside. Twitter actually put us Team Eastside. We didn't have a name, we just all made music together. Twitter gave us that name. Pound Team Eastside.
So literally, y'all put the record out and Twitter, everybody just hitting Pound Eastside?
Because we never had no name, and before we came out, the Doughboyz, they represented the West Side. So when these Eastside guys come out with no name, everybody like, man, them the Eastside boys, you know what I'm saying? Them boys from the Eastside. But early on in Twitter around that time, it was team this, team that, it was some team shit going viral around that time.
Yep.
And they just named us Pound, Team Eastside, and we just took that shit and ran with it, man.
Y'all started to blow locally. You doing your thing. How was y'all even getting your music out at the time? Because at that time, there's no Spotify. There's no, if there is a iTunes or any of these streaming services, it's early. So was y'all literally getting your music out in the trunk of your car?
Man, I was giving that shit to all right, we had this spot called Press Play. It was like an independent mom and pops type vibe. They got everybody music, you know what I'm saying, who they distribute their music through the city. So I would go up to him and give it to him for free and just say, put this shit out. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no money. Take the music and you sell it and you give it out. And that's what he did. And along with that and fucking with the strip club DJs, Ill Will, and that's really how it happened. It was the dancers and the goddamn Press Play. We just gave the music out. We gave it away. And then you got to think too, we come in rapping some shit nobody never heard of before. You never heard, well, you heard it before, but you never heard it in the city where so many young niggas rapping about the same thing, and there's opioids and there's lean and there's going out of town shit. It was like a breath of fresh air, and it took off like wildfire.
What made y'all focus on that specifically?
That's what we was doing. That's just what we was doing. Like I say, reality. Detroit, one of them times where you just can't lie in your music. It's not that we don't want to lie, it's just that we don't know how. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here is just gonna tell you exactly what it is. So when we started rapping, we just was telling you shit we just did yesterday or the week before, or shit we finna do tomorrow, or shit that's, you know what I mean, everybody else got going on, shit like that. We was kids. We didn't really know no better.
So people just respected, like, yo, they talking about.
They talking the shit we all doing, man. We rapping about getting some money. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about killing no motherfuckers. Everybody back then was getting some money. Young niggas was going out of town getting money. And that's what we was doing. So that's what we was rapping about. And everybody wanted to hear about that. Then you rapping about this syrup shit. We making lean popular. And these pills and these Xanax and all this crazy shit. And it just came appealing. to motherfuckers to be high and be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all was right on the front lines of that, especially in that Midwest area.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, I'm thinking, because this is all happening around what, 2010, 2011,
All
somewhere in
up in
there?
there. That whole time frame is when it was going up. Then I dropped my first project in 2013. So all up
Mm-hmm.
in between 2010, 11, 12, all up in there, boom. Then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because around that time, you had people, you know, and shout to Big Shawn. Big Shawn dropped around 2011. He talking about something completely different. Danny Brown, he came into his own with the Triple X project. It was a lot going on, but y'all really came at this thing completely different. Um, you know,
Because we
speaking
came in
of,
it with no structure, fearless, like with no plan of how to do nothing. Just raw talent. You know what I'm saying? With nobody to ever tell us, well, this how y'all need to set the song up. We all taught ourselves that shit. We ain't
Mhm.
even have our music mixed when we was putting it out. If you listen to
So
our
y'all doing it, going straight from the studio and just
Dame was
putting it in the street.
recording it. Dame made all the beats, recorded all of us, and he mixed that shit, and Dame put all that shit out. Me and Soda used to take the CDs and get them pressed up and drop them off at Press Play and all that shit. Soda would book some of the shows, I booked some of the shows, but Dame did majority of all the work. You know what I'm saying? He was the Dr. Dre of the shit.
Got you. Okay, so at the time that the Eastside is doing their thing, Doughboy Cashout, they catching wreck on the other side of town.
They was already
Uh,
big. They was the niggas already. We come up trying to get big as they was, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to
mhm.
put on for the East, how they putting on for the West.
It seems like it was never nothing concrete that I could think of that really kept y'all from working together. Them being your niggas outside of the fact that they was on one side of town and y'all was on the other.
Yeah, that's all
Was
it
it
was.
anything that we don't know?
No, it was just we was just kids from two different sides. The city made it a problem. We never had personal problem.